again, welcome back. So, different episode, of course, this week. I want to show you guys some Victorian style Christmas houses this year. And the reason for that is because Christmas, as we think about Christmas Day, at least in the US and Great Britain and places like that, really started in the Victorian era. The idea, the concept of a Christmas tree and various things, basically all of our normal traditions start in that era. So it's a really interesting, I think, topic for, well, the channel and just an interesting topic in general because it's what affects our modern lives. So, and of course, our modern conception of what Christmas is. So, without further ado, let's start with the first little house tour, which is to go back to the Campbell house. So the Campbell house itself does really amazing things for Christmas, like really, really beautiful things. I know they try to be extremely authentic in everything they do, so it'll be really interesting for me to see what a real, like, well, I guess 1880s Christmas tree looks like. So let's head over there, have a look and see what they've got going on. And then we'll head over to the Magic Chef Mansion and see what Shelly and her lovely house has going on. So we'll go have a look at those two houses and we'll meet back here and do a little bit of Christmas fun for the Charles S. Brown house. So we'll see you then. Hey guys, so I'm at my favorite place in the city, the Campbell house. And they have some really amazing displays for Christmas. I missed it last year, so this is my chance to come in and see some of the amazing stuff. Like with everything they do, it's always authentic to what it is. So this will be authentic, 1800s, 1900s Christmas setups. And I'm really excited to see it because I haven't quite been in yet. So let's go in and see ourselves some Christmas stuff, shall we? Okay guys, so inside the Campbell house, and as I told you guys outside, this is, a much more historical version of what Christmas looked like back then. So I'm gonna take you guys over to the parlor and show you the magic that's in here, because I've already had a sneak peek at it and it's brilliant. So I've got Andy here with me, and Andy is, the man with all the knowledge. So I'm going to let him explain to you guys kind of what, the street's from 1900, right?
That's what we interpret this from, yeah. So in this era, the era that the Campbells lived here from the 1850s through the 1930s, it was in that period that Christmas as we know it was essentially invented. In the 1850s, you didn't see Christmas trees in America. And that evolved in the Campbell's occupancy of this house. So this tree we interpret as Christmas in this house around 1900, when all the Christmas traditions we think of today as being Christmas had kind of fully formed. The tree, of course, being the biggest one. Now there are no lights on this tree because, of course, there were no electric lights for Christmas trees in 1900. Some trees had candles, some didn't. We've elected not to put candles on this one. But the rest of the room is decorated with not only greens, which you would expect to see, like evergreen and holly, but a lot of fresh fruit as well. Now, for obvious reasons, we don't use real greens or fruit, but in the 19th century, the families would have. And part of the reason they could have done that because the Christmas decorations would have only been up for 2 or 3 days, not 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 months, as some people might do. So.
You might get away with popcorn for a little bit, maybe. But
even your cranberries, I think by 3 weeks would start to look.
They're craisins at that point. Yeah. Okay, so of course, there's more than just this room, but I mean, how brilliant, right? And again, it's amazing to have such an amazing place to come to see what it really would have been like. I mean, you guys save me a huge amount of research all the time. So getting the look at the front parlor from another angle, it's pretty cool, huh? So here we are in the morning room, and where they eat breakfast and stuff. And they got this really awesome reindeer. It's Blitzen, right? No, Vixen. It's Vixen from 1890. He's actually said that this was paper mache, and the way they know this is actually the only original decoration from the Campbells themselves. Kim has the photo here, and you can see this is a display. Now, of course, I have no idea which one is Vixen, but here's Santa here. He's bringing the Christmas tree in for the holiday season, and this is from around 1890, which is really rad. And the fact that something that's paper mache, like this isn't bronze, it's paper mache, can last from 1890 is pretty brilliant, especially in its condition. It's basically perfect. Kim in the background, sneaky Kim. You know, here's where the family would have had their, I guess, Christmas breakfasts, let's say. It's all Christmas this week.
This is making me really hungry.
Yeah, but it's not real.
I know, but I'm hungry and it looks like a sweet treat.
Even the statues are kind of getting on the spirit here at the house. And then, of course, these stained glass windows. I am in love with this room. It's maybe one of my favorites in the house.
Oh, not your favorite? Because I was just saying it's my favorite.
13.
Pretty close, I would say.
That's great.
So we're now coming into the dining room, which back in the day, Christmas-wise, this would have been the room where all the action was happening because, you know, Christmas back then was more about the feast than it really was the trees or the presents or anything like that. It was more of a celebration for, you know, getting together, family. I guess, you know, probably bled a little bit into the idea of New Year's and all that. Am I right about any of that, Andy?
You're exactly right. All about enjoying foods you may not have the rest of the year. A little bit nicer wine.
Oh, it's such a pretty house, guys. I mean, you know, of course, I ooze over this place all the time, but I just like the fact that you can walk around a place like this and never be bored. There's so much to look at, always. Of course, you have your buffet over here, so
Making me hungry.
you have all your desserts laid out.
I'm too hungry to look at that.
Again, Kim, it's not real.
I know.
But, you know, one day, guys, we'll have a nice spread of desserts, and maybe you can join us on that. Okay, guys, coming up into the library, and they have an 1880s Christmas set up in here, which is absolutely brilliant. So we have right between my house's era, which is 1890 for those who are just watching for the first time. Well, let me make it a little less backlit. There we go, and you can see all the toys and the things that we're gonna have to be on the lookout for. And check out this really cool, tiny little cast iron fence. Tiny cook stove. It's your easy bake oven from the 1800s. And all of the various toys. We've got a circus set up over here.
Yeah, that's by a company called Schoen Hut, which that was their kind of premier line with these circus toys.
I can't imagine what they would cost today.
We have about 100 pieces in the set. It's so big
100
we've never
pieces.
set it all up.
Oh man, you have a full circus.
We have a tent and rings and trapeze and yeah.
The cards down here. Tiny little settee, which is awesome. They had brilliant toys. Of course, the dollhouse. A must. And dolls. Okay, so Andy showed me earlier as well. This tree has a little kind of a secret thing going on it. So it's on this little mechanical, what would you call it exactly?
It's a music box.
A mechanical music box. And so, would you mind spinning her up?
Winds up like a clock.
let's get into what an Edwardian Christmas looks like here at the Magic Chef Mansion. Now, of course, I've done a tour of this place already. You guys know and love it. If you haven't checked out that video, I'll leave a link in the description to it. But yeah, really, really rad place. And so let's go show you kind of what it looks like for Christmas. So let's head on in. Let's head on inside.
Chili beans.
You see the Christmas magic has already started. And these amazing tapestries. And so this is your entry hall. And of course, once you get past this barrier, it's a very compressive and then explosion essentially of how big it gets here.
Hi, I'm here too.
Go stand over there by the stairwell. Well, I guess you got Santa over there. He can give you guys a bit of scale, but we're not used to doing Santa for scale. It's all about Kim for scale.
Same size as me, huh?
Yeah. So you can see, I mean, look how tall the newel post is. It's taller than Kim there. Of course, it's sitting a little higher up, but still. So as always, guys, you know, all the beautiful woodwork and everything Shelley here has been spent really a lifetime bringing this place back to what it was. She also has the figural lamps like my newel post lamp, which hers are about 2 times bigger than the lucky one I had at the place, but that is absolutely incredible. I really wish, well, at some point I'll have something like that in the house as well. But all the original lights here, using the old incandescent bulbs, so you get that feel of what it actually was, or what it actually looked like light level wise. And so all the Christmas lights hung everywhere. It's nice to see a place like this so festive, you know? It's coming back around into the parlor. And I showed this to you guys last time, but these are the original chandeliers. She believes they're from somewhere in Europe, but I mean, craftsmanship wise, with all the crystals and everything, just, again, such an impressive piece. And I should be concentrating on Christmas stuff, but you know, the house itself is so incredible, sometimes it's hard not to.
I think that's my favorite thing in the house.
That chandelier.
Yeah.
But of course here on the mantle, which is absolutely ridiculous in itself, you got a little bit of Christmas fun there. Here you guys go. Here's on the piano here. Here are some of the photos of what the room originally looked like. Look like everything except for the furniture is pretty much the same. There's the chandelier itself.
Although they took out here, the paintings inside the borders had been taken out and they had to get redone.
Yeah, so you can see that's what they were looking at when they first got it. So see, you can restore all this plaster. If you look up there, there's that same corner. Mm-hmm. No more damage. It's impressive what you can do with time. Because, you know, when you got a hole like that, and I do have holes like that.
Yeah, we do.
So if I'm correct from last time, this would have been the music room, which, well, makes sense with all the music stuff in here now. Of course, you know, I wish we had a music room, but not quite. This lady here has got herself a garland scarf.
She looks beautiful, it suits her.
We're gonna have to find some marble statues like that. Mm-hmm. Marble busts, I suppose.
Yes.
If anybody's wondering, these rooms always had the wood painted white, so it's not that they did anything wrong here. This is the actual aesthetic that the house in these parts always had. Again, with all the gold and the wonderfulness. And of course, the nice Christmas lights, which really do add some really wonderful accents to the place, I think. And we have the gold wreaths here on the sides. And Kim with her St. Louis Blues sweater.
Let's go Blues.
Now off to the left side of the entryway, we have the library, which is one of my favorite rooms in the house. Mostly because I love this fireplace in here, and I really love these bookshelves. But of course, we have a very festive moose up there, which is really awesome. All the mounts in this room are all wearing bows and stuff, which I think is really cute. The buffalo here, he's pretty awesome too. And then this chandelier, again, absolutely amazing. We got a reindeer up there, I believe, or maybe that's a caribou. And then down on this absolutely gorgeous mantle. That entire fireplace is so incredible. And it's hard to, you know, show scale, guys, but I had Kim stand in front of that thing last time, and it's rather big. As you can see, it's quite the fireplace. And Kim's quite the dancer. So here's the dining room. It is oval in shape with all its Christmas fineries.
Oh.
So this door here heads to the breakfast nook, I believe is what they described it as. No, because you can't be bothered to eat dinner and breakfast in the same room. Again, I can say it a million times, the amount of just detail as you scroll past the room. I mean, there's just so many things, and they're all little works of art in themselves. So now we're gonna head down to the basement. Still gotta check it on the phone booth because it's still really cool.
Still cool.
So for those of you who don't know, Shelley's house comes equipped with a very unique feature, I believe, for a modern house, let alone a house from 1908, which is when her house was built. And that would be a full bowling alley. Or well, single lane, but, and of course the pins are wooden down there. They're quite old, but it still has the ball return, this cool little hook. And, you know, to be festive, she's got Santa down there to congratulate you if you get a strike. And the gutters have some lights in them, which is really cool. A little bit of more Christmas cheer here. And I showed this thing last time. This is actually something she has displayed all year round. This isn't her Christmas decoration, but this is an old window display with a bit of kinetics, if I can turn it on. Weren't storefronts just much cooler back in the day? Like, this is so much more enticing to bring me into a store, unlike a lot of the stuff they do modern-wise.
Alrighty, y'all. So we are finished up at the Campbell house, taking a look at all of the Christmas decorations and learning about some of the Victorian traditions for Christmas. And so we've ended up here in the gift shop, which is super cool. There's lots of really neat stuff here. So if you need any Christmas decorations, if you need any holiday gifts, you know the place to find it. And then also take a tour. And then they're also doing this with the Magic Chef Mansion on December 3rd and December 4th. It's a Friday and a Saturday. And so it's from 5 to 8 p.m. So you buy a ticket for $30. It's if you buy it ahead of time, it's $30. At the door, it's $40. And you get to take a tour of the both of them all in one evening and get to see all the Christmas lights in action. So definitely check that out if you're in the area, okay?
And no, guys, these places are brilliant. Definitely come check them out.
Yeah, they're super cool.
You know we love them, so. Okay, so we waited for it to get dark to show you guys our pretty little tree that we set up today. It was kind of it was a really cool feeling, I think, today to be able to set up something like this, and of course to see the other houses, and I don't know, I guess it puts you in the Christmas spirit, let's say. And this year, this whole, I don't know, experience of YouTube and the house and just everything that's happened, it puts a nice bow on top, let's say, because it's been about a year for us doing this house, and I don't know, it feels like home now. At first it was kind of a project, and now it kind of feels like home. And I think the tree really helps that. So let me show you guys what we got under the tree, the cool little things we put under there. And yeah. So here it is, and it's all its Christmassy, very nice smelling piney glory. Little ornaments and candy canes and glass bulbs. Try to find things that were more handmade to match the style. And yeah, thanks Pops if you're watching for making these. I know he spent quite a few hours last night making these for us, so that's really cool. He's definitely cares about the authenticity of the tree, which yeah, it's great. It turned out amazing. And I think it's the perfect first tree for us. Not too complete, but just perfect. Then under the tree, we put things that kind of remind us of the best of the year, I suppose. So I put the little Coopers in there, the stripper that I use for most everything, because a lot of this year was spent paint stripping. And these little cat things are, well, they kind of look kind of old and Victorian-ish, but they're just goofy things that were left in the house. And we have some doorknobs and books from last week that Sherry gave us. And then I think the towels are from Monica here in the middle. Again, there's items we had on hand. And then I think the biggest gift of all, guys, and I know the play button doesn't matter, but it represents to us you guys and in this channel, and the opportunity to bring this to you guys, and the opportunity you guys have afforded us by watching us is immense. And so that to us, guys, is for sure the biggest present, because you guys have been the absolute biggest present to us all. So for that, guys, you guys, I mean, thank you. We can't thank you guys enough. You guys have been an absolute pleasure to us. It's been a wild ride, and we kind of still, Kim and I still can't really believe that it's happened and it's worked out this way. But yeah, you guys have brought a lot of light and joy to our lives. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts, really. It's been brilliant. So, and we owe it all really to you guys. So thank you, thank you. And on that note, guys, we want to say thank you guys so much. Very early Merry Christmas to you all, if that's something you celebrate. Happy holidays to you if it's something you do not, or Happy Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. I can't think of any other holidays at the end of the year, but if you celebrate something else, happy whatever that is to you. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your guys' year. Of course, we'll be back with more work videos, but this is our little Christmas spectacular, so we really hope you guys enjoyed it. Go check out the Campbell house and the Magic Chef mansion. Definitely don't sleep on those tours. They'll be really amazing. I know they will be, because we witnessed them ourselves and they're rather incredible. So again, thank you guys so very much, and we'll see you guys all again next time. Bye-bye.